Hi, everybody. Welcome to part two of my 2024 psychic predictions. Thank you all for being here. If you have not watched part one, please watch part one. I will try and upload part one, or obviously it's already uploaded. Actually, I'll try and link it in the description box below or the comment section below. But part one of this reading is already done. So now here's part two. We're going to do part two of what can we expect for the year 2024. If you're new to my channel, I am a psychic, a tarot reader, and an astrologer. I am a medium as well, and I would love to do a reading for you. You can text me and follow me at 703-791-9162. You can also visit my website, obviously, to book a reading with me. That's the best place to reach me. That's where all my services and products are, on my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com, and I would love to do a reading for you. You can follow me down here on all my social media pages as well. Let me show you my website. All right. So give me a second. All right, here we are. And this is my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. Once you reach this page, you know you're on the right page. You can scroll down and read reviews from people who have purchased readings from me. You can also follow me down here on Instagram and Facebook, and if you would like your own reading, go right to the store section. This is where you would go to view all the rates, services, products, classes, candles, and different types of things I do offer. I do offer phone readings, email readings, video recorded readings. I also offer same day readings. I also offer birth chart readings, candles, protection candles, cleansing candles, money candles, all sorts of candles. I offer mediumship readings, past life readings, tarot classes, astrology classes, spiritual development classes, compatibility readings, dream interpretation readings, and so much more. So if you need a reading, do not hesitate to reach out. Do not hesitate to contact me. I am available for readings, and I would love to read for you. Let's go ahead and get into this reading on 2024 and see what we've got going on and see what we've got coming up. All right, for the year 2024, let's do a singing bowl. Thank you, Spirit, for opening up the channels to give us further clarity and insight on what can we expect in the year 2024. Thank you for protecting my energy, my thoughts, my mind, and my emotions, and my space, and all that encompasses my space. Thank you for protecting those watching this video. In the name of the Mother, the Daughter, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. Amen, amen, amen. All right. Okay. Let's tap in and see what I pick up around the year 2024. The first thing I'm tapping into is I'm seeing someone, it looks like someone has a jet ski accident, or there's like an issue with a jet ski, which is interesting because we've had quite a lot of issues overall with we've had quite a few issues overall when it comes to water in 2023, but I see further issues with water in some way, shape, or form in 2023. I don't know if this is someone prominent, but I just see, it looks like this definitely could be like a Caucasian looking man, and I see like a jet ski issue. I feel like he's riding by himself. He could be riding with other people, but on his own jet ski or something like that. And I feel like he hits something, but I almost feel like, I don't know if he hits a whale or if he hits like an object. So that's the first thing that comes in, which is very random. I just feel like Spirit is saying be safe around water, like be aware, be alert. Like there's something going on where water, the atmosphere, the landscape of water is changing. So where there used to not be things, be prepared for there now being things. Like maybe like what Spirit is saying with that is like maybe metaphorically, this Caucasian man that I see in a jet ski having an accident, like maybe he's whatever land he's on or sea he's on, it's like maybe he's been in that sea or that that land before, but maybe not before has there been this object in this location that inevitably he may end up hitting, because it's never been there before. Why would it be there now? Well, it's there now because there's something about the landscape. Just as we are going through global warming, and I've said this before, and it's coming up again in this reading, just as we are going through global warming and we're going through changes in our landscape on Earth, on land, there's also changes going on below land in the sea, not just in the sea, but also just below land in general. That like the atmosphere, the landscape is changing there, and we need to adjust to the landscape of water, large bodies of water, particularly changing. I'm almost wondering if this is like caught on camera, and maybe that's why there's a distraction and not paying attention, and I don't know. But that's one thing I'm seeing. So strange water circumstances will continue on into 2024. Um okay. Now we're in the sky. Spirit is showing me things going on in the sky. I feel like there's going to be a lot of water issues. I feel like I hear southern coasts. I don't quite know what I mean by that fully, because southern coast could mean southern coast of America, southern coast, but I feel like this is the southern coast of the world. But there's something about southern coast in general, so I'm gonna leave it general for now. I feel like the energy I pick up though is like this feels like Brazil or like um maybe Puerto Rico, but it feels more like Brazil. It feels more like Costa Rica, like one of these like kind of random, but not so random, like Latin, Spanish speaking of some form island or communities. Like there's something about this that's happening. I feel like there's a lot of water issues. I feel like particularly with tsunamis, hurricanes in 2024, but also weird activity in the sky, like UFO activity. Um, I have to be honest. Some of this does feel political. These UFO activities that may be going on in the sky. So it may be a mixture of real UFOs, real unidentified flying objects, or it could be also um, like a psyop, like a setup in some way, shape, or form, or test, or government program, or test, or something like that. I do want to say this is alleged for YouTube entertainment purposes, by the way. All right. There's something going on in the sky, but also, y'all know, if y'all know, y'all know, I'm very good at my job and I predict a lot of stuff. All right. So if you're new, when I say alleged for YouTube entertainment purposes, that's something I just have to say, because obviously I don't want to get sued, but I don't want to get demonetized either. YouTube is very strict about that. Anyway. All right. So, there's very weird things going, obviously, in the sky. There's very weird things going on in the sky. And it's almost like I'll say the powers that be, because I feel like putting it solely on the government, like, even though it could be that way, like, I'm just going to say powers that be, just to, be, safe. The powers that be, it's almost like the powers that be want us to conspire as to, is it a UFO? Is it a government psyops? Is it a weather balloon? You know? So I think they're doing certain things up there allegedly as a way to like distract as to what's really going on. But and then it's interesting because I literally see a UFO like whiz by. You know it's a UFO when it moves really fast. If it's moving, this is what Spirit is saying to me. If it's moving slow, it may not be a UFO. That's how I hear that. If it's moving fast, okay, this is how I hear it. If it's moving fast, it's a different class. If it's moving slow, it may not be a UFO. That's like directly from spirit. I must have some like musical genius spirits because that they put that together real quick. If it's moving fast, it's a different class. If it's moving slow, it may not be a UFO, which is quite interesting. Um, could you elaborate on that, spirit? Okay. All right. It's almost like the powers that be are up in the skies and doing things in the sky with their own technology. With our own technology as human beings on Earth, it's like there's certain things going on up in the sky as a distraction, as testing and programs and stuff like that, aerial programs. But it's interesting also that these aerial programs are going on. I feel like these I'll say it differently. I feel like these aerial programs are going on in response to the UFO activity. All right, in the skies. Um, but it's almost like in a weird way, the aerial activity that we as human beings are now participating in the airs in the skies is like a form of practice in some way, shape, or form. Programs and Area 51. Whatever they do, that testing new things. But it's also almost like a way of trying to get the real UFOs' attentions, or it's almost like saying, "Hey, I want to play. Like, let's play. Like, let's." It's like there's something like a weird like going on where it's like, okay, all right, spirit. Um, let me say it differently. That scared me. Um, let me say it differently. Are UFOs real? Yes. Are there real unidentified flying objects that could potentially be from a source not of Earth? You know, flying in the skies at any given time? Yes. Are the governments aware of this? Yes. Without a doubt, yes. Once again, they want you to think, however, they want you to conspire. And I hear it that way. They want you to conspire. They want you to be divided in no, UFOs aren't real, and yes, they are. All right. And I feel like I really don't want this video to be to anything to happen to this video, spirit. So please give me the right words to say. Okay. Um, Once again, the aerial activity from the human being perspective that's currently going on is in response to these UFOs. We are, as of today in 2023, transitioning into 2024, we are getting closer to certain technologies being tested up there that can kind of gain more information from these UFOs, that can gain more information of their activities through cameras and stuff like that. Um, but there's also something about wanting to almost like play with them or something like that, or like interact with them in some way, shape, or form. Like that's the goal, is to interact with these UFOs and figure out, what are you? Who are you? Can you slow down? Can you give us some, can we get some information? Hey, like there's something like that, and that's what I'm picking up energetically with us as human beings towards these real UFOs. So I feel like, I say all this to say, I definitely feel like there's going to be some interesting activity going on in the skies. Once again, I feel particularly over the certain areas I spoke about before, places like Costa Rica, Venezuela. I hear like Brazil, but also I hear southeastern or southern eastern as well. All right. But I almost want to say there's a weird like program thing, like potential psyop thing going on, where I feel like there are certain governmental allegedly powers that be, programs going out there where there are like flying objects that are meant to resemble a UFO, but is really man-made and is a part of some sort of program to gain information, to gain data, to really see. Also, I get the response, the human being response to this type of thing. Like, like it's real. They don't know how to control what's going on up there, but they also still have control beneath, beneath the skies, on land, on earth. So, anyways, I also feel like allegedly UFO is more of a military thing, maybe, than a government thing as well. More military than government. And what I pick up from that is, it's almost like energetically, military may be separate from, it's definitely connected to, but separate in some way, shape, or form from government. Allegedly. All right. Or there's certain departments or something like that in military that are like connected to, obviously, to government, but also separate, like at the same time, which is also why a lot of these military bases and stuff like that get away with a lot of things, because it's almost like they kind of have their own rules. And I feel like this is military because potentially, even though if they really wanted to, these UFOs could have, done something to Earth or humans a long time ago. But potentially, I feel like, once again, because we're human beings and the powers that be want to always maintain control in any way, shape, or form they can, it's almost like we'll pass this on to the military because it's a threat. It's a potential threat. An unidentified flying object is seen as a potential threat. Period. Um, I feel like I'm like in space. Like I'm like, this is the main focus of part two here. Human beings, we as human beings, we don't know a lot. We think we know a lot, and we do know a lot, but there's a lot we don't know. There's something about Earth and its axis or its rotation and this period that we're in, that Earth is responding to something going on in space. So what I'm being shown is, like, imagine a comet potentially coming towards Earth. This is something Earth has gone through before. Earth is a living body. It has feelings, it has its own trauma and stuff like that. Imagine like a comet or some sort of beam coming towards Earth sensing this beam coming, because I feel like Earth has these kind of capabilities of sensing things going on in its orbit, or potentially in penetrating its orbit, going beyond the ozone layer. I feel like it's like Earth is aware of its own light body in space. Earth is aware of its own spiritual body, its spiritual essence, its energy in context to space, it being in space. So imagine this comet coming towards Earth. Earth is sensing it. It's what I see is Earth. Something about its rotation, something about the axis, the tilting of the axis, starts to move in a certain way, where the comet like is going towards Earth, but Earth starts to do it like this spinning thing, or like it tilting on its axis for the purpose of actually, how do I say this? For the purpose of diverting the direction of this comet. So this comet's coming towards Earth. Earth senses it. Earth starts to spin on its axis in a certain way, where its energy is able to divert the direction of the comet. So it's like the comet. This is Earth. The comet's coming towards Earth, but then Earth starts to spin, and then the comet like goes this way. So we think like when we experience these weird things on Earth, like a Mercury retrograde, or um just being in weird times, where the Earth is changing and shifting. There may be something where actually Earth is responding to something bigger than itself, or something in space, which is, I feel like, is what is happening right now. So there's something going on in space, in the context of space and Earth in space, in the galaxy that we're in. There's something going on in this galaxy that we're in that Earth is responding to. And I feel like I'm saying all this to say, in this reading, I feel like there's something where this could become, in a way, especially if you're esoteric, maybe like me, right? This could become more apparent in 2024. Like, things are just weird. Things are getting different. Like, Earth is like, clearly there's something going on that we don't know about. And yes, there is something going on that we don't know about. It's a galactic thing. There's something going on in space that our Earth, as we speak right now, is responding to. That's why we're experiencing global warming or global boiling. That's why we are seeing, certain places sinking and all these different types of things, right? And I almost want to cry. Do you know there's a reason why they call it Mother Earth? I think after this, I think I'm going to move on to the cards. I love Spirit. I just never know where Spirit's going to go with these readings, but that's why I love Spirit. There's a reason why they call it Mother Earth, because she is our mother. And what does a mother do? A mother protects. So yes, there's all these kind of catastrophic, crazy things going on right now, but there's something where Earth, in a weird way, is protecting us from something going on galactically that we may not even be totally aware of. And I think that also ties into these UFOs. I'm dropping the mic, I'm dropping the cards, but I'm going to pick them right back up, because we're about to read them and see what else Spirit has to say about 2024. Let's get into it. Let's see what the cards have to say. All right, we're black. Let's go ahead and see. Thank you for cleansing and clearing the energy of this deck. When you pass reading, amen, amen, amen. Let's see. What further things, Spirit, can you tell us about the year of 2024? What can we expect, Spirit, in the year of 2024? What other things, Spirit, do you want to tell us about the year 2024? Remember, you all, if you want a reading, a personal reading, I am available right now at 703-791-9162. I do also offer same day readings, so do not hesitate to reach out. All right, I'm available right now as you watch this video. Queen of Wands shows up. This would be Queen of Wands definitely could, I'm sorry, Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles could represent the baby boomer generation, the later generation of Gen X. It could also be someone prominent. They do show up in a placement of leadership. This could be a Aries, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus female facing, they are definitely holding money to, facing the Seven of Wands connected to money and finances. Seven of Wands could be self-sabotage. Seven of Wands could also be frustration, anger. It's interesting the Queen of Pentacles is facing the Seven of Wands, though. Connected to resources. There could be a female in 2024 who's prominent for some sort of financial loss or getting people frustrated or upset over something shifting in finances or with money in some way, shape, or form. I get money showing up here again with the Nine of Pentacles showing up connected to thoughts, communication in the mind, and the youth. Could also be something with the youth too and money. Equipping them with what they need for schooling, maybe. This would be particularly like first grade through 12th grade kind of thing. So this would be elementary, high school, middle school kind of thing. All right, this would be that kind of energy. Six of Swords showing up connected to family, home, and emotions. Six of Swords is a card of needing to express oneself, one's needs, and one's wants in a relationship. Six of Swords. It's interesting. There's a boat sinking, and we mentioned water, right? Or all the swords in the boat in the water. It's interesting. I don't know. I feel like there's something about making it harder for families. Making it harder for families. It's almost like I get the energy of there's some energy of making it harder for families in the year 2024. And it's interesting because the year 2024, we're coming up on a new election, right? So I'm wondering if it's tied into that too. And it's interesting I say that because in part one, I remember mentioning that, you know, there's this sense of hope in 2024, especially as we're coming off COVID, the pandemic and the COVID, and the world is kind of going back to normal, so to speak. But as the world is returning to normal, there's certain people, certain family members who are still struggling, to be honest. And I feel like there's something about those people who are still struggling as the world returns to normal could feel left behind, or could quite literally be left behind in some way, shape, or form. All right. Four of Pentacles, a lot of money cards showing up. Even though the world will slowly feel like it's returning to normal in 2024, it's not necessarily the best time or the best year to make certain big financial decisions. I feel like there's something about 2024 where, yes, there's going to be a sense of hope for a lot of people, not everyone, but also don't let that hope persuade you or cause you to think, oh, everything's returning back to normal, so I'm gonna buy a new home, um or I'm gonna make this big purchase, I'm gonna invest in a new business. There's something about waiting for the right timing as with particular financial decisions, especially as we fully return to normal. Once again, money shows up here. There could be something about a feeling of not enough work to go around. There could be a lack of resources in terms of health as well, or a feeling of a lack of resources concerning health. It's like, even though the world is going to feel like it's returning to normal, there's going to be certain things that like are still catching up. There's going to be certain aspects that are still, it's like still playing catch up. All right, I get the star card connected to one-on-one relationships, marriage, facing the Five of Cups. Five of Cups could deal with change, evolution, and growth. Endings. Five of Cups could be disappointment, but not realizing you still have blessings behind you. Like I said, I feel like 2024 could be a good year for love, definitely a good year for marriage, a good year for relationships. People finding their right person, people finding the right person for them with the Two of Cups showing up, connected to optimism. I think people are going to be more optimistic, not just about life, but about love, about relationships, about other people for once. Which is actually quite exciting when the world seems, it seemed like, it's almost like there's been like a loss in a faith in humanity with humans, the pandemic just really showed the rawness of human beings, and the truth of how we really can be. Like Beyonce says, flaws and all, right? And there also could be something about people like, meeting across the world, across the pond, across the land. During the pandemic, all we had was TikTok. All we had was social media. All we had was media and, in all its forms, shapes, and sizes. But as the world turns, as the world changes, it's like people are meeting one another. People are loving again. People are connecting again. All right. I think there's like a hope for humanity, a hope for human beings that starts to spark and rise again in 2024, where we start to realize, oh, okay, maybe some of us aren't so bad. Maybe there are some human beings out there who, really do good for the world and do good for themselves and others, and are really, good people who, you can aspire to, aspire to be like, or inspirational, when we've been so used to darkness and people, like certain people that we thought could be, aspirational, inspirational, having their breakdown moment, Bill Cosby's, and things of that nature. There's a sense of believing in humanity again that starts to appear in 2024. All right. Ace of Swords, manifestation, calling things out as well that need to be called out in the year 2024. Speaking things into existence in 2024. Could also be having some real serious conversations in 2024 as well. This could be personally and globally on a worldwide scale. All of the above. There's a coming togetherness. I think these strikes that we're seeing in Hollywood is almost like the precipice of this energy I'm speaking of right now, where the collective is coming together and say, hey, we deserve better. They're calling it out already. All right, that's a perfect example of this energy right here. All right. I don't know about y'all, but I'm excited for 2024. 2024 so far seems kind of promising, to be honest. I'm loving these 2024 readings I've been doing lately. Let me know what you guys think about these 2024 readings by liking the video, sharing with your friends and family, by subscribing if you're not subscribed, and hitting the bell as well. Make sure you hit the bell and hit all notifications. So whenever I post a video, go live, or anything like that, you will get an update. And you won't miss the tea, the psychic with the tea. That's me. What's the final card here? Final card for part 2. Final card for part 2. Ace of Abundance. Ace of Abundance. It says this cherub brings wonderful news. A windfall of resources comes your way to help you with your plans. These resources may involve money, advice, or assistance in getting things done. It's a good time to start a new venture, change careers, or go into business for yourself. There may be important contracts to sign. Interesting. 2024 is the year of getting things done. Breaking down barriers, breaking down doors, coming together to enact change, necessary changes. And I don't know about you, but I, for one, am very excited. All right. All right, you all. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I'm Lamarr Townsend. Once again, make sure you like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on all my other social media pages. If you want your own personal reading, contact me right now. I am available right now at 703-791-9162. I am also available for same day readings as well. So if you want a reading, contact me. I am available. My books are clear. So if you get your reading now, you'll be first in line as well. All right. What better to be first in line? You'll get your reading sooner rather than later. Of course. All right. All right, you guys. I love you all. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Also, I'm available for candles too if you need candles, classes, or anything like that. All right. I did a couple readings yesterday, and candles kept coming up. Spirit was like, these people need candles, child. They need cleansing candles. They need protection candles. They need blockage candles. So I was like, Spirit is saying you need candles, honey. You need to invest into spirituality. You need to invest into your spiritual shift. All right. So I bring this to you watching. All right. You need to invest in your spiritual shift as well. So whether you get a reading from me, whether you get a candle, I'm ready to invest in you and your spiritual shift. All right. I love you all. I'll see you in the next video, or I'll see you in your own personal reading. Either way, I will see you soon. God bless. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Psychic with a T, the psychic with the T, that's me, that's me. The one with the T, the one with the T, that's me, that's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me, that's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me, that's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me, that's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me, that's me. I don't care what the others say, let's channel some energy today. I don't care what the others say, let's channel some energy today. Capricorn, Virgo, Libra strong, this tarot card reading about to be long. Capricorn, Virgo, Libra strong, this tarot card reading about to be long. Psychic with a T, the psychic with the T, that's me, that's me. The one with the T, the one with the T, that's me, that's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me, that's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me, that's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me, that's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me, that's me. Please make sure that you stream my new album, Psychic with the T, available on all streaming platforms, including YouTube, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Shazam, Pandora, Amazon Music, Tidal, and more. Love and light. God bless.